A lot of people who are in the audience sort of lump in Richard Dawkins with the other new atheists, that they don't like. And I've often made the point that I feel like Richard Dawkins has stayed like probably the most principled. And again, I want to give credit to Sam Harris for being liberal, yada yada. But the point here being is that Richard Dawkins, again, criticizing Islam is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And so the fact that he was deplatformed for doing that is despicable, and it's ridiculous, and it's unacceptable. But he is anti-Trump, and he is also against Brexit. So he's clearly a liberal. He's pro-choice as well. I've seen him on the forefront of that issue. And of course his religious, stuff that he does about religion is fucking exceptional. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, Richard Dawkins really is someone who I really have respect for because he's really stood the test of time. And I think that he's just a very intelligent guy altogether. But here's something funny. So he sent out a tweet saying, Farage says the crying baby gas balloon is, quote, the biggest insult to a sitting U.S. president ever. Well, yes, that is, the point. Petition to fly the balloon in Scotland, too, and shows this overgrown baby with the inflated ego. He's not welcome. So Dawkins is clearly anti-Donald Trump. He's been anti-Donald Trump. Now, he also posted up a tweet on Twitter because he was at some Remain protest, which Remain means don't leave the EU. It's against leaving the EU. It's against Brexit. And so he posted out a tweet saying, I was at this rally, and, he's basically voicing his support for remaining and his, opposition to leaving the EU. And I saw that a bunch of skeptics, I want to use the quotation mark, skeptics, were pretty angry at him. I saw a few tweets saying, it's such a sad day when, some of the original principled skeptics turned into, whatever. It was utterly hilarious, man. It was hilarious. But also I forgot to mention this while prefacing what I was talking about, but basically Trump, I think he did end up visiting the UK, but I think that visit had been prolonged for a while because it was very clear that the people in the UK are not excited, or at least the majority of them are not excited about Donald Trump coming, and so they're putting a balloon up, and it was deemed to be sort of dangerous for him to really be there, so they had to be super careful about it and all that stuff, and they don't really like them coming. The UK, I remember, well, obviously I don't remember at the time because I was 3, but when the Iraq War was about to happen, they had mass protests against the Iraq War. So the UK, I guess, got some of their shit together, man. But respect to Richard Dawkins.